Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at this coming Saturday's meeting here at Fanny Bay, which is the 14th of November. With the Flemington Spring Carnival done and dusted for another year, the interstate focus this weekend is on the big Sandown meeting from Victoria, also the Hunter at Newcastle, while in Ascot over in the west, the racing really starts to heat up. In Darwin, we have a 5-race card to complement the interstate features, and there's some competitive contests on what looks to be a pretty tricky day's racing. The first race is the Silks Darwin Handicap. It's a 0 to 64 event. It's over 1,300 metres. It's time to go at the mid-afternoon time of 3:09 NT time. And in the opener, my numbers are 3, 1 and 5. Gary Clark, I think, holds the key to the first. He has 2 engaged. The horse I have on top here is one of his number 3, Patria. Kim Gladwin aboard. Good second last time out behind the captain. Now, there's no the captains in this. He's certainly down in grade, Patria, and back to a 0 to 64. I think this is a winnable race for number 3. Ahead of the stablemate number 1, Captain Apollo, Jared Todd aboard. He resumed with a good run here on the 24th of October. That was behind Patriot Day, a stablemate. Beaten only 2 lengths on that occasion, and that was 1,100. The 1,300 metres certainly suits him better, and he's probably the hardest for Patria to beat. And in for third, number 5, Warface, another one getting close to a win, trained by Phil Cole, Wayne Davis in the saddle. Down in grade, his last couple of runs have been really good, and he certainly appeals as a tough horse to beat here. My numbers in the first, 3, 1 and 5. In the second, the Darwin Racing Handicap, a benchmark 54 over 1,200 metres. My numbers are 1, 2 and 4. Going with the Phil Cole trained horse here, number 1, Art of More, a last start winner, and Alice Lindsay takes the mount. Well done to Alice on winning her 50th career race here at the last meeting. She's going great guns. She takes the mount again, claims the 3 kilograms on Art of More, brings his weight down to a more than manageable 59 kilograms. He's a big horse. He'll carry that weight, and he's the horse to beat. 1 on top. Ahead of 2, Ia Kaleo, Stan Sakos aboard for Pat Johnson. Good to see that combination in winning form here at the last meeting. And Ia Kaleo down in trip, and his last run was over 1,300 metres, a good third on that occasion behind his stablemate. He's racing well and getting close to a win. And for third, I'm going here with the old boy, the 11-year-old. Look at him go. He's an open grade horse. He's won 12 races and he's dropping back to this low grade benchmark 54. Kimmy Gladwin in the saddle for Chris Pollard. I didn't mind his last couple of runs behind So Stoic and Hope You Don't Mind, so I'm putting him in for a place at odds. In the second, 1, 2 and 4 are the numbers. The third's the Bet365 Trobus Maiden. It's a 1,100 metre event for the non-winners. My numbers here are 10, 9 and 2. Found this a really tricky affair, but I settled on the first starter trained by Gary LaFoe, and that's Don't Say It. He's had a couple of trials recently, including one here the other day in good time. Speedy customer, only carries the 54.5 kilograms, and Jared Todd takes the mount. Prepared to give it a good chance here to break through at its first time of asking. 10 on top to beat number 9, Proper Belter from the Phil Cole stable. Stan Sakos aboard, only had the 1 start, and I thought did a very good job in finishing second behind Arthur Crown last time out. That was on the 3rd of November, so Melbourne Cup Day. Should be improved by the experience, and I've got it in to run second. And in for third, number 2, Dead-Eye Dick, also from the LaFoe stable, and no rider engaged as yet on Dead-Eye Dick, so hopefully he gets a run. And a good third last time to Arthur Crown, and he's another one with a chance. In the third, 10, 9 and 2. The fourth's the Totem Fencing Handicap. It's 1,000 metres, this one, for the 0 to 70 Gallopers. Another tricky affair, some speedy customers engaged here. I went 3, 4 and 5 here. Number 3 on top, Another Bit from the Gary Clark stable. Kim Gladwin in the saddle. From the inside draw, I thought Another Bit could lead, and he's very, very fast. If all goes according to plan, I think he can build up on that second placing last time behind Hope You Don't Mind. He's capable on his day, really capable, and I've got him on top to return to winning ways. Ahead of number 4, Colhoun, the obvious danger from the Phil Cole stable, Wayne Davis aboard. Down in grade for a last start, third behind Hope You Don't Mind, and the start before was third to the captain. So he's really been racing in some good company, and down in grade, as we mentioned, I think he'll be hard to beat. And then for third, number 5, Patriot Day, the stablemate of Another Bit, Jared Todd for Gary Clark. 3, 4 and 5 in the fourth. And in the last race 5, the Bridge Toyota Handicap, a 1,000 metre event for the 0 to 58 gallopers. Numbers here 1, 5 and 2. I'm prepared to bank on a first starter for a first start in Darwin, that is, for Gary Clark. Number 1, Manly Cove, Jared Todd aboard. Won his maiden at Gosford when trained by Bjorn Baker and has raced pretty well in New South Wales since before coming to Darwin rather. Hasn't had a trial on the track, but I've seen Gary do this before with horses new to Darwin. I think this horse, with the background that he's got and the form on the board, he'll be hard to beat. Number 1 on top. To beat number 5, Dancer's Kin. Pretty disappointing, I thought, last time. His run before was not too bad behind Should Have Put a Ring on It. Last time out was down the track behind Mini Boom. The back and trip, I think, is the key to Dancer's Kin. Has won a couple of times at this journey of 1,000 metres. And then for third, number 2, Arthur Crown, the last start maiden winner, Alice Lindsay aboard for Cherie Lawler. 1, 5 and 2 in the last. Best bets of the day come up in race 2, number 1, Art of More. Race 2, number 1, Art of More. And in the fourth, number 5, Another Bit. Race 4, number 5, Another Bit. So they're our 2 best bets on the day. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again in about 7 days' time. In fact, in advance of our next meeting here in Darwin, which is the 21st of November. But in the meantime, good luck and good punting.